Hello. Okay. Get this part set up. All right. Well, good evening if you're joining me. There's not anybody on here quite yet, but I'm sure there will be in a few. And if not, you can watch it later. But Happy New Year. Hey, Jamae. I am getting over a little bit of well, not a little bit. I was sick for 2 days and it was bad. And I did the big no-no where, I started feeling better and then I quit doing all the things that you're supposed to do, stupid things. So then that next morning I woke up feeling worse, yada, yada, yada. So I learned my lesson. Here's my big tip with that. When you start feeling sick and you start your oils and if you're upping your vitamin C or if you're taking more red, continue to do that for 4 days and then see if you start feeling better. Don't stop at all. And I got a new phone, and so now it's weirding me out because I'm not looking at the right place. Okay, that's whatever. Well, tonight I am going to be sharing with you guys really the chance I took that changed my life, and what that is besides using the oils and being introduced to Young Living is the business side of Young Living. And that was something that I never really intended or expected to even do. And so a little bit about my story, if you don't already know me, Jamae does, but and if you're new here, my name is Heather Portwood and welcome to Essential Perspectives. And so I have 6 children right now, ages from almost 2 to 12. And when we were first introduced to Young Living, my 10-year-old, who was 2 at the time, really struggled with respiratory problems, issues. And so we had been to pediatric pulmonologist and allergy specialist here in the city, and nothing was really ever addressed except for, dosages of medication or changing this medication to this medication. I did not have very much crunchy granola knowledge, natural knowledge at all. So a friend of mine had given me a bottle of peppermint and showed me where to apply it to the bottom of his feet. And so, it was literally, I think that day I got home or the next day, he was struggling. And so I went ahead and put the peppermint on the bottom of his feet where she showed me. And I'd gone into the kitchen to get, all his stuff ready, his nebulizer treatment and all that. And by the time I'd gotten back to the living room, he was not struggling anymore. And I was shocked. And I honestly think that because it was so quick and impressive and it worked, that from that point I was like, okay, let's do this. And so I got our kit and we started using the other oils. And one thing when everybody starts out, it's like, how am I going to support this habit of mine? Because I wanted all the oils for everything. I knew they worked. And, our financial situation was extremely difficult. My husband worked on staff at our church and he worked a lot. And I had quit my job to stay at home with the kids. Neither one of us, Christian has a Bible degree, but I didn't finish college. I changed my major 4 times. So financially, it was bad. The fun money, the big jar on the counter full of change was literally the only fun money we had. And that would typically buy, 7-Eleven cappuccino versus Starbucks. So it was just, I mean, it's what life was. And I just remember I had started sharing in my home, like having some of my friends over just to teach them about the oils because I loved them so much and they were so beneficial. And so I just wanted to tell as many people as I could. So we'd talk about it during play dates. I'd have people come over and we'd get out, the oils that I had and we'd sit around and smell them and then look them up in the desk reference and see what they did and how they worked. And it was so natural for me because of my testimony that I had. But I did have a previous experience with network marketing. I tried Arbonne, and I did Arbonne strictly to try to make money. I mean, I have lipstick on right now, and that's it. I am not a makeup. It's not my passion. So for me to try to do that as a business, it was strictly purely to try to earn income, and it just did not work out for me like I expected. So anyway, I was really leery about even wanting to start anything with another network marketing company. And then when I just started sharing casually with my close friends and family, that is what I loved about it, because just getting those people enrolled and those people started, that was starting to turn around to be able to pay for my monthly order just from a paycheck. And I was thrilled with that. Like, that was the main goal. And that's what I love to teach when people first start is like, if this is for your family and friends, if they really like that, then let's see if we can get them educated and get your oils paid for. And so then I had attended convention because, again, I wanted to know all the things, and I wanted to hear from Gary and just attend and see what the company side was all about. And I absolutely loved it. And I remember Mary, it was at one of she was speaking, I can't remember which session it was, but she just talked about how the compensation plan was created. She helped create it because we need money in the hands of good people, because typically when you have people who are good, then they're going to be the people who invest back into people, into the community, and being able to support things like charities and those types of things. Young Living's leadership is just amazing. They're so incredibly giving. And so I remember getting home and talking to Christian, and I just basically asked, I said, how much money would it take for me to earn for you to be able to not work 6 days a week? Because he was working 6 days a week. And, it was like, well, $1,000 would really help. And so I had to kind of get over those thoughts that I had previously experienced and those things with the other network marketing company. And so I just, again, continued to do what I love to do, and that's just share. So I started setting up a class in my home once a week. So every week I had a class. And then during this time, I had 2 more babies. And it was just really awesome. I loved it. I'm buffering over here on YouTube that I have up, so I don't know if that's happening for you guys or not. So I'm just going to continue. Anyway, so I just did that for about a year, and then it was more of a thing of, well, how much would I have to make if you could, cut back more hours? Because I'm homeschooling too. So it was, okay, thank you, Jamae. So it was really just a thing where I had to get over some poverty mentality or insecurities in areas, but my passion for wanting to share with people that I did naturally, that was easy for me. So I just was very committed and I was very consistent. And for me, something I didn't even know about the different ranks at this time at all. I had no clue. And so this was just something that I just continued to do for 2 more years. And once I hit silver, I was silver for an entire year. So from January to January. And then after that year, I hit gold in March, platinum in April, and then I hit diamond that following November. So I hit gold, platinum, and diamond all in 1 year. And again, that is incredible. But I can say it was just something that I just took a chance on because I was so passionate about the oils. And the financial part of this has just been such an incredible blessing because, I mean, there was no, sorry, there was no out. Like, there was no out of our cycle. Like, Christian could pick up another job. I guess I could go to night school. Sorry, guys. But that just wasn't, I mean, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, a homeschooling mom. And this has been something that's been very simple for me to apply to my life. And it's radically changed our finances completely. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity, with it being a new year. I'm having another coughing fit. Sorry. To just, if that's something that you think that you're interested in, you have a great support system, and we're completely here for you. Didn't I do this like 3 weeks ago? Okay. So you guys have an amazing night. Next week, we're going to start with our DNA classes. And so I'm super excited about that. So Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to go before I hack along. And I can't turn off the stream. Lordy.